95% of what you think, feel, or choices you make are subconscious, automatic, or habitual. For example, reaching for your phone without realizing it, locking doors so automatically that later you question whether you actually did it, eating while distracted, often without noticing how much you have consumed. These repeated choices and actions have become automatic and habitual over time. The same applies to the bad habits that you might have developed. They have become so ingrained that you feel like they have become part of your identity. When you operate on this unconscious level, you stop being intentional. Instead, you become victim of your conditions rather than creating favorable conditions that serve you. But if you're watching this video, it means you're ready for change. You don't want to remain stuck as your old self. You're seeking transformation. In this video, I'll guide you step by step on how to break free from these patterns and become a whole new person. So keep watching. Your thoughts, emotions, and your choices make up your state of being. And altering this state of being is the first pillar of transformation. Now, you cannot wake up the next day and say, "This is my new self from today." It does not work like that because we are human beings, not calendar hung on the wall that we change and say, "It's a new year from today." There is a space between your old self and your new self. This transitional phase is called the unknown. In this time, you must do some deep self-reflection. Ask yourself, what is holding me back from becoming the new version of myself? What qualities do I want to see in this new version of me? For example, your new self wants to be a confident speaker because you want to perform your best while speaking at meetings in your office. Evaluate what is holding you back. It could be self-doubt, being overly conscious, or constantly criticizing your mistakes. Now think about how your new self will approach these situations. Instead of experiencing self-doubt, your new self will likely approve of who you are, care less about being self-conscious, or show compassion while making mistakes. This kind of evaluation requires self-reflection, which can be done by spending time alone or by using tools like meditation and journaling. These practices help you to understand yourself deeply and reflect on the changes you need to make. When self-reflection becomes your priority, you'll understand that you can't make the same choices you made yesterday. For example, if you want a healthier body, you can't expect to achieve it by eating junk food. The choices that you make in the present, like eating healthy food, will lead you to become the healthier version of yourself. Whatever thoughts your mind produces, your body creates corresponding emotions to those thoughts. For example, if you have fearful thoughts, your body will generate fear as an emotion. Similarly, happy thoughts will produce happiness as an emotional response. This is exactly why we often sense what someone is thinking just by observing their body language. Tools like meditation and journaling are highly recommended in self-development journey because it helps you to be aware of your thoughts and emotions. Once you cultivate this awareness, you are in a better position to release what no longer serves you and align your thoughts and emotions with the newer version of yourself. When your thoughts and emotions are in harmony, saying positive affirmations feels natural rather than forced. On the other hand, if you're constantly saying positive affirmations like "I am happy," but your body is filled with sadness, then your emotions will overpower your words. This misalignment makes it harder to believe in affirmations, and sadness will reveal itself through your facial expressions, no matter how much you try to convince yourself to be happy. The best way to release negative emotions from the past is by practicing mindfulness. It allows you to process and let go of the emotions that block your positive thoughts, and instead, it helps you to create a state where your thoughts and your emotions are genuinely aligned. Many times people on the self-development journey go through a lot of discomfort. They may find that their external world is crumbling. They're no longer able to maintain friendships with the same kind of people, continue doing job that they dislike, or basically hold on to anything that does not align with who they want to become. While it might feel scary at first, it is actually a sign of growth and progress. This discomfort is not only limited to you because it is also discomforting to others who were used to seeing you in a particular way. On the other hand, you'll find that the quality of your life and your relationships have improved drastically. These external changes occur because what no longer resonates with you is naturally falling apart. Because this journey is all about letting go what does not serve you. Becoming a newer version of yourself also means leaving behind your old conditioning. Everything we think, choose, or do is a result of our conditioning. We are all conditioned to think and act in a particular way, but this conditioning has more to do with our past than our present. For example, if you take aspirin when you have headache, it is because you know from your past experience that it had relieved your pain. Otherwise, you would search for another remedy. This is exactly how our mind works. It remembers events and stores information so that it can provide us with the same response when needed. However, conditioning can also work against you. For instance, you might have labeled yourself as someone who is bad at giving public speeches because some point in your college you gave a speech that did not go well. That single incident stayed in your mind, creating emotions of discomfort and fear. As a result, you now hesitate to speak confidently in meetings. Your mind uses this past experience to condition you into believing that you are not a good speaker in an attempt to protect you from further embarrassment. As you reflect and let go your old self, you will also leave behind the conditioning that no longer serves you. And then you create a new conditioning that aligns with your evolved self, such as using affirmations like "I am a good speaker," thereby reinforcing a mindset that supports the version of yourself that you are becoming. The self-development journey is never a straight path. There will be days when you fall back into old habits. But when you catch yourself doing something that no longer serves you, instead of being critical, try to be compassionate. Acknowledge it, learn from it, and try again with a new perspective. It is okay to make mistakes, you don't have to beat yourself up over them. Imagine our parents were overly critical and judgmental every time we fell as babies. Would we have ever learned to walk? Thankfully, they were patient and compassionate, allowing us to grow at our own pace. So approach your journey with same kindness. As you evolve into a new version of yourself, you just don't stop there and say, "I'm new now and that's it." This journey does not end. It is continuous. Otherwise, Shah Rukh Khan would have stopped acting or producing movies once he became a superstar. Steve Jobs would have stopped innovating after launching iPhone. And Mr. Beast would have stopped posting videos once he hit 1 million subscribers. There is no end point to this game as long as you love what you do. It is never about the outcome. It is about the process. Remember that the moment you focus too much on the result or the outcome, you end up limiting yourself. The outcome is simply a byproduct of the process, and the process is the primary ingredient. So keep going.